Wear safety glasses when you're doing this project so you don't end up like me.
Please wear your safety glasses.
First, use a push pin to gently remove any loose glass from the center and blow on it to make sure it's all the way out. Then wipe it with an alcohol wipe, and you need to make sure your windshield is above 70 degrees so that the resin will flow. Next step is you need to place the bridge on top or over top of the glass damage. I used the little center hole to zero in as like a little aimer to make sure everything was right where it needed to be. Once you do that, screw in the resin chamber and visibly see that the rubber is touching the windshield. Then the next thing that you want to do is you want to turn it about 3 turns tighter once it's touching the windshield, and you want to be careful not to over tighten it and crack the glass. Then place a paper towel underneath the chamber so to catch any drips or leaks. Shake the glass resin bottle, and then use the dropper to fill the chamber approximately halfway full. So I forgot to shoot this part, but basically what you want to do is you want to screw in the injector assembly is what they call it. And you have to do some kind of fancy 3 turns, 2 turns, wait 2 minutes kind of thing to make sure you get all the air out. It explains it pretty clearly in the directions. And then once you get all the air out, you're just going to want to tighten the injector chamber all the way down fully, and that should push all of the glass resin into the windshield. Once you waited about 30 minutes for the fluid to flow fully into the pit, you're going to want to remove the whole chamber injector setup and bridge. Then you're going to want to add a drop of glass resin to the top of the pit, remove any air bubbles, and then you want to set the clear piece of plastic over top of it, and you want to make sure you have enough glass resin underneath it that there's no air bubbles when the plastic is resting on top of it. So at this point, you're going to want to move your vehicle into the sunlight, and it will take about 20 minutes for the resin to harden. It may take longer on cloudy days, and you're also allowed to use a UV light instead of sun. After about 20 minutes, you can check it with the push pin to see if it's hard and cured, and then you can lift it up. When I did this process, I accidentally pulled off a little bit of the glass resin with it. I wasn't sure if it was completely hardened or not, or it was just my mistake, or just how the product might work. You know, it might be a flaw in the product. I'm not really sure, but so I pulled out a little chunk of it when I pulled it out. And once you take off the clear plastic, you can go ahead and use the razor to scrape away any excess that may have hardened around. And you can also go ahead and clean the windshield, and that should be it.